Oh.
So it's not a given then. So if you are the team that qualifies, it's not a given that I suppose if you've got like the lead person that's just injured or something and you're fifth, normally the fifth choice,
then
it's quite easy that they just roll back into their place.
Like I
Does that happen?
It can, yeah, it has happened. And I remember once like a team qualified like for a different nation. The two women qualified the sled, but then they put two other athletes in there who didn't actually get as high points because they wanted them there instead. So that can happen.
It can happen. Controversial.
It's very controversial, but like the sled is qualified, not the
not
athletes.
who's in it.
Not who's in this. It's just a sled. You have a 4-man sled qualified.
Of course.
Then you tell us the athletes who you want on it. So
yeah, I suppose, yeah.
Never a given. So you always have to, and it's not even like how good you are. You need to be good at like. You could be pretty good. Someone be close to you, but if they're like, if you're just being a dick on season, turning up, teammates don't like you. You might still not get in the team.
Yeah.
So it needs to be good chemistry.
It's a lot more to it, isn't there, than you think?
It's like a little family, really.
Okay, so what happens next then? So you get the call, you know you're in.
And when we're in, buzzing. That was the 16th of January, 2022. And the weird thing is, there was one race we wanted to do in Switzerland before that, and one in Eagles and what's in Austria.
Is Eagles a place?
Eagles is a place in Austria. Yeah, okay. It's in Innsbruck. And I got COVID, so I wasn't allowed out. I went to the airport. They refused to let me out, even though like I did my, you had to like stay in your house for whatever day. I can't remember how long it was.
Not hibernation. What's it called?
Oh, isolation. Yeah, it would be isolation. Whatever it is.
There was a special word for it.
There is a special word. It's like quarantine. You have to self-quarantine. And then like they were like, no. And they were like
hibernation.
So I was like, okay. So I went home. And then everyone else was out there. And then they all got COVID. And they had to stay in an Austrian hotel for 14 days. Whereas I'm at home training as hard as I can. So we didn't have races, but even though we didn't, we still qualified. We had enough points to qualify. And then it was like, get yourself as fit as possible for the Olympics. But it went nuts from there. As soon as we qualified, we were headlines. Jamaica have qualified first time in 24 years in 4-man sled. It's the last time was Cool Runnings. And then next thing you know, like I remember one day, it's like, oh, Ash, can you do some interviews tomorrow? Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, so you got Sky Sports Live, 8 a.m. And then at 9, you've got LBC. Then you've got BBC. Then you got another BBC one. Then you got, and I was like, it was draining.
Were you worried like about doing those sorts of things, about saying the right thing? Did you get coaching? Are you nervous about that type of thing?
Luckily with GB, I've got media coaching. But with Jamaica, I didn't. They just said, oh, can you try and mention these? Like for example, one of the things is like we want to help the next generation of athletes, which we wanted to do. But it's like trying to say these things. Oh, try and mention our sponsors. And like in my mind, I just wanted to train.
Yeah.
And then it got draining. Like I can't imagine how annoying it would be to be like world famous. Because imagine interviews all the time. It got to a point that it was actually annoying. Like, oh, you got an interview with Sky Sports tomorrow, and as cool as it is,
yeah.
I just want to just like have an extra line and like go training like fully fresh without it, because I'll get to training, I'll be mentally fatigued because I'm thinking, okay, I can't say this, and it's life, so I can't say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Can't fart about. You know what I mean? That's a little thing.
Yeah. Swear.
You can't swear, and it's just like a lot of pressure. And that was a lot, and then it was just everyone was like, oh my god, Jamaica Bobsleigh, this is nuts. Even like True Lad, we were on True Lad and stuff. That's how I got loads of my followers actually, because they posted a video of me and I made a comment, and then I got like 5,000 likes on that comment. That it was cool but overwhelming. And then 28th of Jan, flew out to China. The rest is history.
So lead up to the 28th of Jan, work, what's the situation? Same as last time with like
last time I said I put on my I've got Instagram for my business. I was like, I've qualified for
I remember this
for the Olympics. I'm not going to be in. These are the times, and obviously all my patients are proud of me.
Yeah, of course.
So they're like, yeah, absolutely. If you made a joke when I came back, don't ever leave again like that because I needed you.
I'm broken.
Yeah, I'm broken and stuff. But yeah, it was, and I thought, even if like I came back and lost my patients, I don't care. I'm going Olympics. I'm Olympian. That's all I cared about in life. I put my whole life into it.
Can you put into words what you felt when you know?
When they got the news, I was going.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
it was like, one was a sense of relief because like they didn't have to pick me. I've done it, but then as part of me, like, but I haven't done it. Like I could get injured before that.
Oh God,
I could get ill. I could all these things. What can happen? And two, it was just straight away. I was like, okay, I've qualified. Happy. I need to lock in. Like lock in even more. It's Olympics. 650 something million people are gonna be watching.
Wow.
And I'm like, I need. That's actually more than that actually. But I need to lock in. So like, even though like it's like you want to just celebrate and have a few drinks, I was like, no drinking to after Olympics. I need to.
Yeah.
I need to be serious now. This is like could change my life.
Yeah.
So it was more after the race that all emotions are like, it's done. And but before that, I'm like, it's not that. Okay, I know I'm going, but I'm not there yet. And
okay,
well.
So let's do that. Let's talk up to that. So what do you get given? What do you know things like what you're going to wear? When do you get measured up? How does all this happen?
So before we go to the Olympics, there was a massive there was because they flew even the Jamaican lads to England for a holding camp, and then we went and we trained at Bath University where the push track is, and then we flew from there to China. So, and we were on a military base because one of the two, Charmaine is in the military, and then one of our coaches in the British military. And at the time, we get sent tons of kit, so we try it on and stuff like that, and that's our Olympic kit.
That must be so surreal. You're like, oh my God, this is me.
Yeah, that's like shit. That's a shit ton of kit. Still got kit I've never worn before. Still, yeah, and then that's a very.
But you don't fit in it now, do you?
Some of them I don't. But like that was every athlete loves kit. Like kit is something. I love it. You get your kit and it's Olympic kit. You're like, wow, this is my non-protected away from me.
Yeah,
so that was super exciting. And then we got what was it? We got these special suits because it was like around 50 years of Jamaican independence.
Okay.
And it was like dedicated to that. And like we had a Skype meeting or Teams meeting with like the Parliament and everyone of Jamaica, like the president of Jamaica and everything, and like they talked to us. They must
have been so surreal.
Yeah, they made a reggae song for us. It's on YouTube. You can watch that. And like you get a little bit of money from the government to say congratulations and stuff like that. And then so that was cool. I loved all that, and I felt important. Then I was like, wow, I'm talking to the bloody Prime Minister.
Yeah,
that's really cool. And then you fly out, and
when you fly out, do you fly economy? How does that?
Unfortunately, I had bloody economy, and we flew like from England to France to China. When we got to France, it was pretty cool. There's loads of people there, and we saw the whole French Olympic team. I'm taking photos with them. There was another team I saw.
You travel in your kit, right?
Traveling so everyone knows who you are. Jamaica kit, Jamaica Olympic rings. And then on the second plane, there was cameramen on there, went up to us, we did the interview on the plane, and all sorts. That was cool. It was like, oh my God, this is insane. Yeah. What's going on here? Even when we land in China and stuff, people want to interview this. You get there, can we interview at this time and that? You get to the Olympic Village. Do
you think you got more media cover than most because of being the...
We got more than GB.
Yeah, being the Jamaican team.
We got more than GB in GB.
Yeah.
Like all the interviews, it was us.
Different, isn't it?
Yes, it's because everyone knows bobsleigh from Comedown.
Yeah,
unless you do bobsleigh, or if like you're from Austria or something, and then suddenly this team's coming again. Some of the people actually live in the UK. It's like, oh my God, this is such a story.
Yeah.
And so like I even felt bad. It's like I'm in GB, but we're getting more press than them. And then obviously in Jamaica and stuff, we're getting press. And then people messaging me on Instagram from all over the world, just like, so, hi, are you this athlete? I'm like, yeah, I am.
Does your social media fly or?
Yeah, I think just from announcement Olympics overnight, I got 3,000 followers, and that's not.
Did you look at your phone like, oh my God?
I was like every time I looked at my phone, I was like, oh cool, I'm getting loads of things, and then you're like, oh, everyone's gonna like me. And
do you get some really cool messages from people that you're like, oh my God, this person knows who I am?
Yeah, I got mail to my clinic of like pictures of me saying, can you sign this? In the back, so I did. Like random stuff like that. I get messages from most places in the world. You name it. I was getting there. Brazil, people from Israel, India.
Did you get celebrities that message you?
I didn't get many actual like big time celebrities messaging me. We talked to the guy who played some of the actors in Cool Runnings. Kevin Hart talked to us.
Oh wow, cool.
So that was cool.
Is he as short as you think he is?
Tiny.
Is he? I'm sure he knows.
Yeah, small guy. He's funny though, naturally funny. Because even how it is recording, they say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Go off your 20s, and the stuff he says in between, shit, and all this and that. So he's pretty funny, yeah. And then just random people wanted to talk to, and just random people you would think of, just like the Prince of Monaco invited us to. I'm still waiting for that. If you're watching, but he said I swear he said Sicily. I don't know why he said Sicily, but he was a big fan of us because he used to do bobsleigh in Monaco, and then he was really interested in the Jamaican team. So I got a selfie.
Get in those DMs.
Yeah.
Don't miss that.
I should send him. I've got a selfie with him.
Do that.
I'll say I'm still waiting for my thing. It's been 4 years. But just random people coming to us. There was this really famous. I didn't know him too well because I'm not a big fan of rugby, but this Kenyan Sevens rugby player. He was at the village. He wanted to talk to us. So me and Matt talked to him for a bit. So it's cool.
So you get to Beijing.
Yep.
How does it work where you're staying at the village?
So you get to the village. They allocate.
How do you get to the village? I'll take it. You get off the plane and there's a little sign saying
straight to a bus.
Jamaican team come this way, sort of thing.
Because our Jamaican team's so small, we shared buses with other teams, and then that goes straight to the Olympic Village. Get off the thing. You have an accreditation. Oh, you're buzzing, and it's like you're looking at how big the Olympic Village is. Like, bloody hell, it's massive.
Yeah.
You get in, go to your room. You got Olympic bed with loads of goodies on. And it's electric bed, which was awesome. If you lie down, it had a sleep button. I was like, what? You click it. I swear, it made you sleep within a minute. Weird. And
what is it then?
I don't know. It just put you into a certain position, and then you just couldn't stay up. Even my friend, teammate, he didn't sleep well. It happened to him as well. As soon as we didn't sleep without putting that sleep button on, it was awesome.
I suppose you're so excited about everything. It is quite hard to sleep, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's there's a VR room, games room, PlayStations. There's a gym. There's a barber. There's you can get dentistry.
Did you get condoms on your beds?
There's women walking about with a big tray of condoms.
Was there?
I took loads because I thought these are.
Don't tell me they've got the rings on.
I've never taken them out of the thing, but it does have a few rings on the packaging. Yeah, I think it does on the packaging. Yeah, and there's a red,
come on,
blue and green one. I've got all three. Yeah, so that they're still in a box at home.
I bet.
They won't be used.
Okay, carry on. So, how do you know? How do you get given a schedule of what's going on? Where do you eat?
So when the coaches and stuff just sit down, it's like, this is our day. So today we're going to do a run in the morning. Then you do your sled work at this time when you have lunch. Then we're going to do a gym session this time. And then when you have lunch, recover next day. So you get a week schedule.
How's the feeding work?
A canteen, right? 700 and something, maybe 50 something different foods in there, as much as you want, anytime, open all the time.
Just go in and different. So you're not on a fairly strict diet. You diet yourself, I suppose.
Should have been, but one of the guys, Rolando, if you're watching, kept losing damn weight, and you want weight on you, if not, you put weight in the sled, and then you're pushing a heavier sled. So that's why you get bobsleds are quite big guys.
Okay.
So you're pushing a lighter sled, and it's easier to get it down.
You get the weight in yourself.
Precisely, and then you've already got more velocity in the sled rather than pushing a really heavy sled.
Yeah.
You want it at max weight.
Yeah.
So it'll go down by gravity faster, but you want that sled pushed as fast as possible at the start. If it's obviously easier to push a lighter sled.
Right.
So he kept losing weight, so I was kind of.
Oh, yeah, go and eat with him, did you?
I was eating a lot. It was great.
What's your favourite food that you had? Steak?
I had steak pretty much every day. And then salmon for breakfast. Oh, it's beautiful. I could just basically but I couldn't take the piss and get too fat because then it affect my performance.
Yeah, bit of a silly thing to do.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you have your schedules of what to do. And how do you mix with other contestants? How does that work? Contestants are the right word?
Do you know what it is? Yeah, because we're Team Jamaica, everyone wants to be friends.
Yeah, of course.
So that was easy. People just talk to you. And then obviously the GB team I knew. So I knew all them, which was cool.
Were they cool with you?
Yeah.
I mean, when they're like, fucking God, this is amazing, Ashley. It's great you're here.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of the times. So this guy called Ben Simons, who's the one who I did the first, when we were talking earlier about when we did in Lee Valley.
Yeah, the one that got 3, has he got 3 medals now?
Three-time Olympian, but at the time he was an Olympian, then he got it from bobsleigh. So I sat having dinner a lot of times with him next to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a sort of full circle.
Yeah, and it's just cool because everyone you're looking at, they're elite athletes. It's weird. There's so many elite athletes in one place.
Imposter syndrome?
What's imposter syndrome?
Are you so where you're like, how am I here? What am I doing here? I don't deserve it. These people are. These are real athletes.
I genuinely feel I bloody deserve to be here because of how hard I worked. I thought they're like, everyone's worked hard, but I've worked really hard and I've done a lot of this myself. I deserve to be here. That's how I saw it. And then I had that cycle of I'm still a realist, but I'm like, I can beat you guys. I can push harder than you guys. That's what I was thinking.
It's a team, though, aren't you? It's not just you.
Yeah, it's not just me, but I always think, as a team, we're going to surprise you lot. You just think with Jamaica, we're here for a fun time, but we've been training hard. We can show you.
Okay, so what happens next then with that?
As in like competition.
Yeah, how does that roll?
So, what I was pretty lucky at, because before the competition, we did some in the practice runs, and then I think the last practice was the next day, and they said, look, they sat us down and said, look, we need to select the teams. There's 5 of you. 4 of you are going to be there's 4 athletes, and so there's a 4-man team and a 2-man team, yeah, I was so lucky because they said the people in the team so far, Shan Main, because he's the driver, he's definitely in the team, and Ashley, they said, Ashley, you're definitely going to be on the team, which was a lot of stress off me because I was like, oh, I'm definitely on the team now, cool. And then it was them 3 fighting for a place, which was and it was literally like, it was hard, right? Because you're pushing hard all the time, but not too hard to fatigue you for.
And you don't injure yourself either.
Yeah, you don't want to injure yourself, but you need the driver to not get used to a fast speed. But then, like when you do that, they have race-offs. So all they do is replace one guy on the sled, and they're meant to push the same time. It's really hard to do. Like I put the same effort in, but then like, you can't be exactly the same. So like, if I in the second run did worse or the fastest, unfair for the other guy. But that's just how it is.
Yeah.
I guess they're looking for a significant difference.
Yeah.
And the rest of the team got selected. I think it was super unfair. I think I should have done the 2-man and the 4-man because I did the most 2-man races. I was like fatigued and I was pushing well, but it turned out the guy didn't get selected for the 4-man. Got put in 2-man, which was fine because, not being funny, everyone cares about the 4-man. 2-man's cool, but
and it meant you all got to actually race, didn't it?
Even Cool Runnings is 4-man. Everyone cares about the 4-man is the main part of bobsleigh in my eyes. Yeah, everyone knows about the 4-man.
As somebody that really doesn't get involved in it at all, I know about the 4-man.
Yeah, you know about the 4-man. No one really knows much about 2-man. Don't get me wrong, still a good achievement. But like, if someone said, right, you can do bobsleigh, but you can only do 4-man, 2-man.
You're going to pick
4-man every time. That's just such an easy decision. So and then get there, knowing the team, it's competition. It's the Olympics 2 days. Normal race would be 1 day, 2 runs. This is over 2 days, 2 runs on each day.
Mm-hmm.
And then getting ready, and it's like, wow, this is for real now. Shit. And nerves are coming in, but I perceive nerves as a positive thing. It means my body's ready.
Okay.
Well, why would I get nervous? That's how I see it. So I think, okay, I'm nervous. That's great. I think you should make everything what could be negative positive, and it will feel.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That's just how my brain works. And then I remember it was about 5 minutes before we had to go out and start pushing the sled, and then I'm kind of getting the boys hyped, and I look at Matt, and he's there like going like this, and like tears streaming down his face. So I was like, he's ready. And everyone's just getting in the zone. I'm thinking, this is it, guys. This is it. It's what we worked for all our life. Show the country and the world what actually we can do. Because what people need to really realise is we did in September, October, November, December, January, February. We did in 5 months what most teams do in 4 years. Mm-hmm. So normally you get a team at the start of the Olympic cycle, and they work on them for 4 years, and then they're really good at the end.
Yeah, peak at the end.
Months.
Yeah,
they're 5 months. And one of the guys had never been on ice before, and the other guy's never really done 4-man. And here we are at the start line of the Olympics doing 4-man with a borrowed sled from Canada because we didn't have any money. And then
how did that happen? Getting the bobsled from Canada?
Don't know how the coaches found that out. Luckily, one of our coaches is an American. Maybe he's been involved bobsleigh for decades. So maybe he's
call out. Someone got some rickety old bobsleigh. For me, please.
He's the same coach what the Cool Runnings was based on.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like, we had the same as the original coach.
Wow.
What was quite cool. And just for you people on the podcast, he didn't cheat. That was made up on by the Disney to make the movie better. He didn't cheat for gold. But yeah, we had a bobsled from Canada and sat on the start line, and all I was just saying to myself is just get in. If you push that sled and you land in the sled, you're Olympian. That's all I was thinking about. And plus, so many people watching, do not be that mean. So I was like, just get in, push hard, and just get yourself in. And that's exactly what he done. And as soon as I landed in the sled, even though I was there, I was like, I'm an Olympian. They're not like, even if we crash now, I'm Olympian.
I mean, done it.
Because if you don't get in that sled, technically disqualified. You see, you're not. I wouldn't count myself an Olympian. Got in, finished the run, all on 4 runners, didn't crash. Did the second one, pushed really hard again, buzzing. Next day, same thing again. Did our runs. Did we do well, position wise? No, we came 28th. But we had, 5 months.
Yeah.
You need Germany got 1, 2, and 3. Germany have a government-funded plan. Germany's sleds are made by the government. They're the only ones who have them type of sleds. Like there's only like 3-4 companies who make bobsleighs. Germany make their own. And I remember seeing before the Olympics, I remember seeing their Instagram. They had bobsleighs in wind turbines with scientists and BMW mechanics around the sled.
Bloody hell.
We borrowed a sled from Canada, what was used in the 2010 Vancouver Olympics. It came third in that Olympics, but imagine the iPhone in 2010, then the iPhone now. You can't.
Formula One car in the
Formula One, you just can't compare it. So I wasn't an idiot. I knew we weren't going to get a good time, but I just wanted to prove to the world if we pushed the sled really hard and we didn't get the slowest push time, we're shown actually.
It's perspective, isn't it?
Yeah.
Into perspective.
Yeah, and I was really proud of how the guys done, because I feel like still the team should have been different. I feel like if we had more time, Matt shouldn't have been on the back, maybe put him on the side because he's a bigger, stronger guy than Rolando, and you kind of want 2 people a bit more equal on strength on the sides. Or
otherwise, you're almost doing that.
In theory, he's going that, but even though the sleds and grooves, it's the force is going that way, not that way. And Rolando is he was the fastest. If we'd all did 100 meters, he would win. So that tells me he's got the fastest turnover, and we might have got a few more temps off, but it doesn't matter. The end time wouldn't have been much different, and we all had fun. We all were Olympians. We all made the country proud. I was pretty damn happy.
Wasn't just Jamaica that was proud, was it? I think there were a lot of GB that were proud.
Yeah, a lot of GB were proud. All the messages I was getting was great. It was like, this is cool. Like, it was really supportive. And then, like, the Olympic party.
Tell me about, actually. So, Olympic party. Tell me about that. What is it?
So,
what do they do?
What at home, I showered and that. There's KFC and a Pizza Hut there in the Olympic Village. So, don't ask. So, we got one of them to celebrate. We can eat unhealthy now because we got told off if we went there. Obviously.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't be doing before, of course. Yeah, doesn't look like taking it seriously, does it?
It doesn't, does it? And it really, not really. If you are, it's like drinking a few beers before. It's stupid idea.
Makes no sense. Yeah.
I don't know how, but the Germans, Irish, Australian team got a lot of alcohol in. I don't know how they did it, but they did. Germans, Australians especially, and
Australians are known for drinking, aren't they?
Yeah, they just somehow. And I remember just walking with Charmaine or someone. They're like, "Oh, Team Jamaica!" I'm like, you all right? You drinking? There's no drinks. You drink beer, and then they give us beers. Come, and then we go into the German block. It's a house party. There's I won't say names.
Okay.
There's a medalist in the bobsleigh passed out on the floor through a table.
Oh my god!
There's holes in the wall, and there's blasted music. Everyone's just party. It was like when you see them kind of like American Pie house parties.
Yeah.
Like that. And
did you think, shit, I want to get involved, or shit, get me out of here, this is going to go wrong?
I was like, I'm going to take advantage of this. And I got pretty steaming, yeah. And I was having a good time. On the way back. I just remember after it as well, on the way back to the room.
Sausage dog barking. Sorry.
On the way back to the room, like you go past like a lot of rooms, and you just hear moaning. Because I actually get it, right? Imagine you've done a lot of people there. Because I had a little break, came back.
You got steaming.
Yeah, so I was well into the beers. Let's just say that. had a really good night, but I knew we were getting picked up quite early. And
picked up for what?
To get back to the airport because that's the last day. And it was like early. I think it was like, I can't remember, but I remember I didn't sleep more than 3 hours, 2 hours probably. And yeah, on the way back, there's a lot of noises from rooms. But like people 4 years just going locked in, suddenly it's all done. Like people just go nuts, and I get
need a release, don't they? I suppose, yeah.
Human. And it doesn't help when they're giving out like thousands of condoms.
No,
you know what I mean. And then I just remember the next day, I was in the airport. I'm really badly hungover, and I've never seen so much hungover people in my life. I was sleeping on the floor in the airport as well. I remember that, and even left some fucking kit in my room still because I was steaming. I was an idiot. I should have packed before, but I didn't expect the Germans to pull this party. And then it was flight home, and the coolest thing about the flight home, I was asleep, like needed to sleep. I was ruined, and someone wakes me up like, this air hostess. Oh, are you the Jamaican Bobsleigh team? Got Jamaican full kit on. I was like,
what's that way?
Obvious, and why have you woke me up for this? They're like, oh, the pilot wants to talk to you two. I was like, what? Next thing we know, I can't say the airline because he's not allowed to do this.
Okay.
The next thing we know, we're sitting in the cockpit having champagne, some food, talking to the pilots for like 2 hours.
Oh my god!
They were like, oh look, this is Russia, and then we saw the big mine in Russia. I was like, oh my god. And I was like, what? So you guys are doing for you? This autopilot. We just wait until we need it.
Land 1 in 10, don't they, or something?
Yeah. Took a selfie in there, but I was just not allowed to post it because it's illegal.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool. Then we get home. I remember I was ruined. It was like 30 hours of traveling, including like China, went to the airport and stuff. And I just remember like there's people running about and stuff, and my brain didn't comprehend it. And then it's just like family, friends, and just with all Jamaica kit on, welcoming back. And this is brilliant. And then
I suppose when you're on your way home, you kind of think it's all over for you now. But actually, you get back and
there's all this support there at the airport, which is fantastic. Then I get home and I must have slept for 18 hours.
Yeah,
it was, and then and then you wake up and you think, what the hell do I do with my life now? And I was like really down. I was like, what the hell? What am I doing? I was lost. I was like, I don't know what to do now, because I've done what I wanted to do, and it's done, and I'm back sitting in my room in Peterborough, and I'm thinking, don't know. And I remember my coach saying, when you finish Olympics, just keep yourself busy. I didn't really know what he was talking about. I was like, yeah, whatever. And I was like, no, I'm going to rest. And I was like, oh, this is what it means. I'm like I've never been depressed. I felt just depressed. I felt like there's nothing I wanted to do. I have nothing what inspires me now. There's Olympics done. I don't have any inspiration to train again. Like at that point.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I genuinely was like, I woke up the next day, I had breakfast. What do I do today? I was lost. And then it wasn't until a week later, I messaged that Ben Simon's guy, and I was like, hey, like after the Olympics, you ever feel like you know what you're doing, kind of thing? I was explaining it. And he was like,
spoke so much.
Yeah. And he was like, oh, that's just post Olympic depression. Everyone gets it. It's normal.
Pod.
And I was like, oh, okay. And then honestly, you're depressed. You just feel like you've done all this work for this one thing. It's done. It's done. And it's like, it's done now. What are you going to do now with your life?
Yeah.
And
now what's your focus?
Yeah. And I was thinking, and I didn't have one. I was like, I really don't know what to do. So I just started working. And then I thought, still was like, I'm not sure what I'm doing. Then I thought, do you know what? I used to do a bit of powerlifting. Let me just enter a competition, and it'll keep my brain.
Oh, it was that.
Yeah. It was just because I was completely lost in life. I just didn't know what to do. Like, I know I need to work and stuff, but like my body didn't want to. It just was like, you've done your thing now.
I wonder why that is.
Yeah, it was.
Your body's just, whether you're mentally what you're going through.
Yeah, it's like, I guess you're in the biggest high of your life.
Yeah.
And then you're in Peterborough in your room. And
take Peterborough out of it. You're at home in your room.
You're home in your room.
Peterborough's getting that.
I don't mind Peterborough. I actually like Peterborough.
I love it.
But it's just like, oh, yeah, I was so happy doing everything I was doing.
Do you think at the time you realised how happy you were?
Maybe not, because I was enjoying it so much.
Yeah.
It's like the best time of my life still to this day. Like, there's nothing what's come close.
Well, what can?
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like, that's done.
Do you chase that high, or have you kind of given up to know that not given up? You've satisfied that you've reached that high, and now you can't get that high again. But there may be one here, and that's what you're satisfied with.
I'm satisfied. I reached that high, but the athlete in me is not dead. So it's still there, and that's why I thought, let's do powerlifting.
Right.
And it gave me, I need something to focus on, and I focused on that. Did the competition, qualified for nationals.
Obviously,
I thought, I'll do it. And I won the bench press nationals. And the next thing I know, next year I competed for GB in the world's and Europeans bench, and that I think that's what made me.
Why GB then?
Because I looked at Jamaica and they're just long.
Okay.
And like basically in powerlifting, you got a squat, bench, and deadlift. That's the events, and you either do a squat, bench, and deadlift comp all in the same day, or you do a bench only comp. When you go to Jamaica, they want me to fly all the way out there 3 times, do a squat comp, come back, bench comp, come back.
So you did look to do it.
I just tried to look because I thought, I've just done this now, and just let's see. And I'm not doing that. I'm not paying all that money to go out there to squat, come back, and go again. Just do them all in the same day. And yeah, I just thought, I'm here. I'm in Great Britain now. I won the Great Britain Nationals. They've invited me. It was just an easy process.
Would you say, when it comes to it, you're a great British athlete?
I would say so, yeah.
Jamaica is a part of your heritage, which at the time, because of the family links and everything else, and obviously the legacy that goes with it and all of that you had an amazing opportunity to do bobsleigh, but really you're really GB.
Because I was born here, I was educated here, I work here.
Yes, they piss you off with bobsleigh, but that's a different.
Yeah, that's different. And like that was just not the whole GB association. What annoyed me, it was the same coaches in there. Like most of the coaches I loved out there, and I still would. I saw one at a wedding last year and stuff like that, and I still respect them quite highly. And they'll always mean a lot to me. But like certain coaches, but it's like it came at the time like my grandparents recently passed.
Yeah,
the opportunity arose what I didn't think was possible.
Well, it's like it was meant to be for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I was thinking, and I've always in my life wanted to do something to prove to my heritage. I'm actually really proud of it, and I'm not about my heritage. I'm not me. It's like my parents brought me up in England as English, but as a Caribbean English.
Yeah.
So we eat Caribbean food. We learn about our history.
Yeah.
Have we heard of Roots?
Yeah.
We sat down as a family, made sure we watched Roots to learn about this is what you come from. Our ancestors went through all this slavery.
My mum loves that.
We went to, my parents didn't have a lot of money at the time, but still made us go to Jamaica and St. Vincent to learn. This is where you actually, if this weren't for these countries, you wouldn't be born.
Wouldn't be here.
Like, this is where you're from. This is who you are. These are your people. Yes, you're English, and English are your people as well, but so are these.
Yeah.
And I think that's
quite beautiful.
I think it's quite important to like, and I think that like everyone, if I was born and bred in English, everyone in my family is English, I think it's so important to learn about what is England, where do you come from, what is your history of your country, even if it's negative or positive, you should learn about it, and I think that's so important for everyone. I think that's why a lot of people, like, for example, and I know there's loads of scenarios what cause this, but let's say if you're trying to be stereotypical, you go to London, like a lot of the, like, let's say stabbings and stuff like black people, it's like if they knew their culture and what their ancestors have been through to even be able to be free people in England, you
might appreciate opportunity more.
Sometimes like how I act when I was a kid was because I know, like, my nan came over into this generation. She was like, go to jobs, no blacks, no Irish. She said she'd walk down the street and people spit on her and say the N-word.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna let my nan go through that for me to just act like a complete idiot and make a mockery of what she'd done. Like, so I think that it's just important to learn.
Yeah, I think there's some truth to that.
Yeah. And then there's other scenarios and that, like most people do that because they've not lack of education and not support from the government and fatherhoods and stuff like that. I get it.
But, not everyone's had your upbringing.
I'm 100% lucky in my upbringing. I've got 2 very supporting parents. They never, I believe, I don't know how you should be raised, but they reared me pretty damn well. I've got a good education.
Got a good mindset, clearly.
Yeah, they've been able to have a strong personality and mindset. My parents never got divorced. A lot of people do, so I'm lucky in that sense. My parents are still alive to this day. That's lucky in itself. So I'm privileged, blessed life, to be honest. And I know a lot of people don't get that. And a lot of my friends have like it's even though like if you look at them, they're doing averagely well. They shouldn't be because they had disadvantages from the start of their life. So I know I'm privileged in that sense. You know, as people look at what's going on in the world, people getting bombed in schools for no reason. So I'm privileged, but I just think it's important to know where you're from. I think sometimes that can change you. I think so.
Yeah, I think that's important.
Yeah.
So you start the powerlifting.
Yep.
The competition. Do the first qualify for nationals. You said, didn't you?
Yeah. Qualify for nationals. Then I went to the bench press nationals and I won that by 2.5 kilos, so it was cool. And then I got invited to go to South Africa for the world champs, and then France for the European champs. Did them, came 7th at the Worlds, 6th in Europe. I was pretty happy with that.
Were you?
No. Obviously, I always want to win. But I was like, for my first one, didn't expect much. She's not too bad.
Do you think you allowed it because you knew you could better it? You knew that you were going to have more. It's not like it's not like the Jamaica thing where you knew this was your one chance.
Yeah. I was like, I can do this already. I'm going to smash this next time, and that's what I've been doing. And the only difference is powerlifting is a competitive hobby. Bobsleigh is my life. What I mean is, say us two were boyfriend and girlfriend in bobsleigh. I had a comp. That's priority over you.
Yeah, over.
Like that's it. And if you said, "Oh well, you got to pick one or the other," it wouldn't even hesitate. But
bobsleigh,
bye.
Yeah.
That was my life. Whereas now, I want to go on this nice. Like I would St. Vincent, for example. I went to St. Vincent. I've just come back on Monday. I got asked to go to the World Champs, which is next in a few weeks' time. But I said no because I'm going to St. Vincent. Whereas before, I've actually said no to St. Vincent because I've got bobsleigh. So I've been doing that now. But or like Commonwealths for powerlifting is this year. I won it last time, but I was in St. Vincent before. I'm like, sorry, I've got this comp. I can't.
Yeah.
So it's just a competitive hobby. I take it seriously, but it's like not my life.
Not your world and life.
Yeah. I've other goals in life. Like I want my business is successful, my clinic, but I want to be known nationwide as like one of the best ACL physios and stuff like that. So I've got plans to be the great. I want to be the greatest. One of the greatest physios of all time. Like, why not? Like, what's the point settling for being average? You might as well be.
Well, if you can,
good. Yeah. And that's one of my goals. So I have to take a little bit away from sport to do that.
You can't do all of it. Both. No,
you just can't to that level.
So what's the next step with that then? With the work?
So with work is I currently work for a private hospital. I have my own clinic, and I'm a consultant physio for UK Athletics. So like I'm going to Switzerland next month. With UK Athletics with the Paralympic team.
Okay.
And I like doing the Paralympics as well because it makes you think more as a physio because, you know, you might have someone who's from here down to paralysed.
Yeah.
But they have pain in the lower back.
Yeah.
But they can't move it. Like it makes you think, how the heck do you do that? And whereas, you know, most able-bodied, they have physio anyway. Oh, I've got this. My physio normally just manages that way. So you just do it. It's just not much thinking. And then I want to build a platform for ACL rehab where people will even, like, let's say people are United. They hire me, do a workshop for a day or two with all the coaches there, maybe some players and stuff, prevention of ACLs, management of ACLs. A lot of women are getting them, so go to loads of women's football clubs.
What's ACL stand for?
Anterior cruciate ligament, which is like a ligament here with so many people a rupture in it, and it takes around 9 months for it to be rehabbed. That can ruin someone's career if they're a professional footballer. But when I look at loads of stuff, it's not. Sometimes you can't help it, but it's preventable. If you know the right things, you can prevent it. Sometimes you do the exactly right thing, shit happens. It's gonna go. But there's ways to prevent that, which I don't think have been taken seriously enough. And then there's like other research in women, like in certain days on their period, you should change your training because they're going to be more lax, and that's what when it goes. So it's little things like that, and I feel like if I can get that to clubs and make it that into a bit of a service and stuff, that'd be great. I want to do specialized ACL rehab and still treat everything.
Why ACL's a thing for you?
I love ACLs because it involves lots of strength training, and that's my passion.
Okay.
My passion is physio and strength and conditioning, and that it's the perfect perfect thing to treat for me because a lot of clinical, lot of strength conditioning. It's a lot in the gym. I love that because, like, I don't know, if you get lower back pain, it's a bit slow and boring, but I'm getting people to squat heavy and pushing them. I can, like, if you saw me in the gym, say a footballer's coming back to get into that sport specific bit, I'm like, right, there's 2 cones there. You've got to push me through 2 cones. Right, shoulder bar if you pass that, and I'm a big guy, and they're really using their less. No, use more less. Come on, yeah, and it's fun. It's just fun. You get more involved. I love it. So yeah, and from a business perspective, if you're going to have a patient for up to a year.
Okay.
So it makes sense business wise as well, and because I have a passion for it, and I'm getting good results from it.
What would you right? So what do you think would you consider has been the hardest thing for you to get through in your life? Is it the drop after the POD?
It was probably accepting I'm stopping bobsleigh after the GB one.
Really?
Because because I thought Olympic dream's gone then, and I thought and having to accept that was quite hard.
How do you think you did that?
Do you know what? I just got on with life and tried to ignore it, and then sometimes you'd be in bed thinking.
Would you do any of your path differently?
Yeah. So say I did it all again, like I would train a bit differently because now I know knowledge, I know much more knowledge. I would make sure everything's in emails.
Everything in writing.
Yeah, everything's in writing.
Audit trail.
Yeah, and I'd probably do stuff like there's certain things I didn't take serious enough. Nutrition, I'd get a nutritionist. I would just take more accountability on, even like supplementation and stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I think I did a good job, but I spent hours just reading papers online to see the best way to get stronger.
Yeah, and you could be using those out. Someone could have advised you that, and you could be using that time to do other things.
Yeah, because GB Cycling do a really good book. It's about essentially saying every percent counts, and the reason why they think they're so good is obviously they train hard, but they look at nutrition, they look at sleep, they look at when to eat, what you should eat. Little tiny things in the helmets, sort of streamlined it, and that's what. And I feel like I could have done a bit more of that, and maybe I would have said, I'm going to move to. I probably wouldn't have gone to Bath. I'm going to move to London. And,
where they've got different coaches.
Yeah, we've got the speed coaches. And just get my speed. I would have done stuff like that.
And you may have got different support then.
Precisely. Yeah.
It's not all just about the training, but the support, everything's around because you're in front of more people.
Precisely.
Name's known a bit more.
Name's known. You need more backing, more support from companies and stuff. I probably would have done that because I did it all myself in Peterborough, and I had to self-motivate myself, which is cool. But I guarantee it would have been better if someone else was motivating me as well. Of course, yeah. So, but you learn, and I hope to teach other people that. That's why I like going to schools and stuff and talking to the kids.
You do that, do you?
Yeah, I do that, and I want to do it more. Really, it's just time at the moment, and
getting your name out there as well.
Yeah, getting my name out.
People know you'll do it.
Yeah, because I went to Giacomo, I've done it to TDA. I've gone to another school near Stilton. I can't remember what it's called now. I feel bad now. That's the last school I went to, but I love it because one, it's my story. I can't get it wrong, and two, there's little things in there where it teaches you, like. I did the masters, my business, Olympic at the same time. You can do things, but you have to make sacrifices in life, and that's just life. And I feel like I was good at sport, right? I got good grades in school as well, but I wasn't naturally good at academics. And how I got that good is thinking, hold on, I put all this much effort into sport, and I'm like really elite. If I just have used that same mindset to academics, I will be better. And that's what I did, and that's how I got my grades. So, and I try and teach kids that because it's like, it doesn't have to be sport, it could be music, it could be Minecraft for all I care. Something you really love, but you can translate that energy into anything and you'd be successful in my eyes.
Yeah. Do you think that's it, that people don't channel enough energy and enough determination in things and give up too easy?
I think I think we're the softest generation. What I mean by that?
Speak for yourself, mine ain't.
Yeah. I just think because, like, what I mean by that, when I was a bit younger, if so many, like, I'm going to say more, like, there's so many grafters about. It was just everyone was grafting. And now I feel like people feel like they're owed something. You have to graft for everything in life. And, like, I say to a lot of kids, this is the easiest time to be successful because there's so many people who are lazy and don't want to do the work. This is your chance. If you just work hard, you'll stand out now.
I believe that too.
Because everyone thinks like the worst thing is like, oh, I've got this degree, I don't care. Are you? Everyone has a degree, and it means nothing. It's not special no more. I've got a master's degree, so it means nothing. You need to work hard and graft hard and work it out. Don't rely on, oh, well, I can't. I worked out how to go Olympics. I just sat down for hours every day, Google stuff, look at research papers. How reliable is this research paper, though? What does this research paper? Oh, that says the same thing. Okay. How do I put some training?
It's your work ethic, though, isn't it? In general,
yeah, just work. If you really, really want something, you work hard. Even if you don't get that where you wanted, you've started here, you're there, so you've actually made a good progress and you're a better person, right? And I think everyone should work like that.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a lot. I'm guilty of this, and I tell people not to do it, and I always give advice not to, is that to enjoy the journey and not concentrate so much to focusing on getting to the goal.
Yeah, enjoy.
Sometimes you don't even know what that goal is.
Yeah.
So enjoy that journey getting there.
It's like mine. Olympics was there. There was, I'd count it even like the cricket, because even these things I'm learning coordination, I'm learning team skills, and learning how to chat to people. Sprinting got my speed up, so I got this, and then I had to do all that training, then I had to do my research, and then the ultimate goal from doing all that hard work for 10 years, I did that, was Olympics, and I made it. So and it's never gonna, it might be fast for you, but it's not normally, but you have to be consistent. And it sounds really weird. I think video games help me be consistent as well, because there's a game called RuneScape, right, and it takes like so long to get good at it, and I'm just maybe I'm stubborn, I'm just very, if it was easy, everyone would do it, right?
Yeah.
If it was easy, everyone would do it. And I just feel like there's so many people, I think everyone who's put on this earth, you're talented at something, or you can be. It's just finding what you're good at. Everyone's different.
So I have this thing. I think everybody in this world is a world champion at something.
That's something.
It might be carpet laying.
Yeah, it might be that.
But you may never know.
Painting. I don't care what it is, but you are special. If you're on Earth, you're special anyway. Like you think about how big this Earth is, and all these trillions of sperm, and you're created. You're on this Earth. You're special.
Yeah,
so make the most of it and find who you are and what you're good at, and just embrace it and see what you can do.
My friend Charlotte said to me, everyone has a superpower, and that superpower is you are your superpower. No one else is you.
No, yeah, exactly.
Own it and be you.
Own it. Yeah,
as you say, you're special.
That's it. Everyone is special. Now, so I hate people negative towards themselves, because it's like, shut up.
Yeah.
You're good. Like, it happens all the time in the gym. There's some people, I'm crap. We'll go home then.
Too busy. Well, yeah, we're too busy looking at other people.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. Comparing yourself to other people. Just focus on you.
And I get it. Social media and that. I think social media is great, but it's not great.
Yeah.
Because it probably happens to me sometimes. I'm like, flipping out. These people are bench pressing 250. I'm only on 215, and they're only getting stronger. But then again, I see that as motivation.
Yeah, you're only getting stronger.
I'm make sure they don't get too much stronger than me. I'm going to catch them up. Yeah. That's how I see it. Changing your mindset and just don't be negative. And I know that doesn't work for everyone, but like, I don't know. If you believe you're going to be successful, you'll probably be successful.
I mean, it's certainly true the other way. If you believe you're crap at something, believe it. You are going to be. So people believe it that way. So flip it on its head.
Flip it on its head, and then even if you didn't achieve it, you're probably a better human for doing it.
Yeah, you're definitely better at something. Yeah, and you're better than you were.
Yeah, and you've even gone, okay, I didn't get this goal, but wow, look what I've done along the journey.
Yeah.
And then you can translate that into, like, my sport. I've translated it to my business. Like, I've worked 10 years to get to this good athlete. If I put that same energy into physio, in 10 years' time, I'm going to be elite physio. That's how I see it, and that's what's going to happen.
Good. I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
Right, I think that's it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure. It's been fun.
Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, hasn't it, mate?
You sent him to sleep.
Even you.